I could care less about people saying they don't like Donald Trump's tone, okay? We need a true leader in this country, and Donald Trump is that leader.
Thank you so much for being here. So, Paul, I'll start with you. I know you love Donald Trump.
I had a long conversation with the driver on the way in this morning. Obviously, the commute from eastern Suffolk County into Manhattan gives you an opportunity to do a lot of talking. It'll take a long time. So, like I had explained to him, it's not really that I love Donald Trump. To be perfectly honest with you, I never even watched The Apprentice. I've never followed Donald Trump in any way. I feel like he is speaking for the unheard majority in this country. People like me.
So what will Donald Trump do for you to?
Well, what Donald Trump will do for not just me, but for the entire country is he'll bring the jobs back from other countries. Basically, like he says, they're killing us right now.
Let's face it, right?
It's so early in the game right now. He really, let's face it, he needs to concentrate on staying in the lead with the Republicans. And later on, when he's up against Biden, okay, I think Biden will be the one that he has to face. Let's face it.
You think Joe Biden will get the Democratic nomination?
Of course, absolutely. I mean, I can almost guarantee you it's going to be Biden.
Really? Well, Joe Biden is mulling over a run for the presidency as we speak. So what do you think about what Paul just said, Julian?
Well, I think I don't know whether Joe Biden's going to run or not. I think he's a celebrated figure in Democratic circles. With respect to Donald Trump, I think Democrats hope, I think like most political professionals, that Donald Trump will be a Roman candle and that he will fizzle like most of these summer romances do in the off-year presidential elections. But from a Democratic point of view anyway, he's very, very good for Democrats because I think he is definitely harming the Republican brand. If you look at the last 6 elections, Democrats have won the popular vote of the last 6 elections. And part of it is because of the self-inflicted wounds that the Republicans do to themselves in the primary process. If you think about how they kind of crawl over each other for this anti-establishment vote, it generally tends to be a lower educated, a lower income, and kind of very angry demographic. And the 22% on your polls, that represents about 5 million voters, Carolyn. The problem is that there's about 140 million Americans that are going to vote in the next election. So if the Republican Party is catering to a kind of a very narrow, angry demographic of 5 million people, there's something just fundamentally...
We get your point, Julie. We do. I just want to pose one more question to Paul.
Okay.
Right, so you've heard what Julian said. George Will, who's a conservative, he wrote a column in the Washington Post this morning, kind of echoing what Julian said.
Sure. Listen, let me just tell you a quick story.
Quickly wrap this up.
Let me tell you a quick story, a very quick story that's going to blow your mind, and it's going to blow a lot of the minds of the people out there. Okay, a friend of mine at work, Brett, he mentioned to me the other day when I told him I was coming on the New Day show, which was last Thursday, and he's a lifelong Democrat. He told me, I've always voted Democrat. I've never not voted Democrat. But let me tell you something. Donald Trump intrigues me. I feel like he's speaking to me. This is a lifelong Democrat. And he says, more than likely, I'm going to vote for him. Forget about the independents. Forget about the independents. He's going to blow it out of the water. And against Biden?
Okay, I got to leave it there.
Good luck.
Paulie DiBartolo, Julian Epstein, thanks to both of you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Joe.
All right. Let's talk about Jimmy Carter.
And believe me when I tell you something, Donald Trump is going to drain the swamp.